What is up, Pokemon Go family? It is your boy, the Ghoul Guy, back at you guys yet again with another video. And today we're going to be doing something a little bit different here, since it's been a little slow within Pokemon Go. Of course, everybody's doing the Safari event and everything like that. I wish it was in this region so I can actually go to one of those. That would be amazing, but unfortunately not. And as well, we only have the Bug Out event right now, which the spawns aren't the greatest unless you're like obviously trying to catch shinies and everything like that. But yeah, essentially it's pretty slow in Pokemon Go, so pretty much what we're going to do in this video, we're just going to react to the new Pokemon Legends ZA video game that's going to be coming out very shortly, probably towards the end of this year here, I think November if I'm not mistaken. But essentially we're going to react to that just because they're essentially are going to have either new versions of Pokemon as well as new megas that are going to be entering Pokemon. And you know, when they enter Pokemon, they're eventually going to go to Pokemon Go. So essentially we are going to be getting some new megas coming into Pokemon Go. That is guaranteed. I don't know about new Pokemon just yet, but essentially with this trailer they might reveal new megas. I don't believe they will, but it has been leaked, the actual list of the new megas that are going to be coming to the Pokemon game. So essentially, since they kind of, you know, obviously coincide with Pokemon Go, so you can, you know, get prepared for the right Pokemon for megas. Essentially, I'm going to go through the list after the trailer, so I'm going to react to the trailer, go through the list. You'll have time, obviously, to click off if you don't want any spoilers of the list of the new megas coming to Pokemon. And yeah, we'll go from there. But anyway, we're gonna react to the newest trailer. Nintendo just had their direct on the 27th. So essentially, yeah, we're just gonna react to that, and let's see how it goes. This is actually the first time reacting to the actual game, so let's get started. Okay. Alright, so already off bat, we got a couple megas they're showing off here. I forgot what exactly this Pokemon is that they're showing right now, but looks like they're in some kind of like warehouse building, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we just seen Mega Salamence. Oh my god, how did I forget that one? Anyway, we just seen Mega Salamence, which was pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's keep it going. Alright, we got Mega Gallade here going against a Haunter. That's awesome. Showing off a bunch of different megas. Alright, so megas we pretty much already had. I see Mega Gyarados and a bunch of other ones. Mega Gengar, you know my guy. Let's go.
Pokemon series.
Okay, I did see that mechanic too. That's pretty cool. The fact that you're able to like glide between buildings. That's a new aspect that we have not seen in a Pokemon game just yet. I guess you float across each building with your phone, which is kind of cool. But I don't know the extent of how far that can go, but pretty cool.
On series.
All right, and then the starters. Oh, of course, the starters. Let's go back to the starters. So essentially, we got Chikorita, Totodile, and as well as Tepig. Oh my god. You can already tell which starter I actually do not pay attention to the most. And that is going to be Tepig back there. But anyway, yeah, we got Chikorita. Yeah, we got Chikorita, we got Totodile, as well as we got Tepig back there. That's basically, those are the three starters we're going to have for the new series video game. Of course, I'm going to go with Totodile. That's my main man from the very beginning. I can see myself kind of looking into Chikorita, I'm not sure. Tepig, never been the biggest fan, but I know some people out there that's definitely going to go for the Tepig. But let me know down in the comments which one are you guys going to pick. I'm definitely be going with Totodile for sure. Let's keep it going. Okay, you can have dinner with your Pokemon, your starter. That's what's up.
The setting is this metropolis.
All right. I like when you use. It seemed like when you use a special move, like a water move, it looks like there's like water underneath the Pokemon too. I wonder if that works for every different typing too. So like, say if you use a ground move, there's gonna be like ground moving below you. Same thing with like dark, poison, everything like that. Just like the circle, you're going to be able to see what typing of the move it's going to use before it uses it. I don't know, I might be reading into it, but anyway, let's keep going.
And Pokemon Y games, Lumio City.
Okay, that's the map. Okay, map looks pretty cool. Kind of showing off on the sides here the different areas with different Pokemon in it. I don't see any new Pokemon, I don't believe, in any of these. No, I don't. The map seems pretty big. I think the whole game is going to be in the city, if I'm not mistaken. But that does not mean that there couldn't be anything below the city potentially, like sewer system, something like that. Maybe like a cave off to the side. I don't know. Hopefully it's as big, if not bigger, than what we had previously with Scarlet and Violet, or with Legends, or the Legends Arceus. That's one of my favorite Pokemon games so far. Anyway, Legends Arceus. So hopefully with this Legends game, they actually do pretty well. But we'll see.
To make it easier for
all right, we got Pansear.
Carrying out an urban redevelopment plan.
Looks like Go-Go. Alright, got an Eevee. Okay, got a Malamar. Some classics.
Scattered all over town are wild zones. These areas are special environments where wild Pokemon can live comfortably, even within the city.
Okay, so alright, so this kind of reminds me of, what was it, Pokemon Sword and Shield, I think, where you pretty much were able to just go out into specific areas where Pokemon are just going to be literally out in the wild. But it looks like they have like specific gated areas, or like electronic gated areas, where essentially you're just going to be able to find specific Pokemon just chilling out in the wild that you can catch, fight, and everything like that. I guess this is going to be opposed to like the Pokemon you see out in the city, where the Pokemon you're going to see out in the city seems like they're just going to be like chilling around. You can't really interact with them probably, unless you can just talk to them. But like these are the Pokemon you're actually going to be able to interact with. They're going to be in these zones. I don't know how big these zones are going to be within the city, like, and how many zones there are, but that's interesting. Let's keep it going.
You can catch Pokemon here.
Okay, alright, already loving it. Alright, okay, we're bringing back the same mechanic that we had from Legends Arceus with the whole being able to aim at the Pokemon and just throw the ball. Love it. Love it. I want that mechanic to stay. Like, the game, like, Pokemon Company, I want that to stay, please. Like, keep that. That's awesome.
But they might
okay. And I like that. Man, I love when you caught the Pokemon and it just had that little, that sound. That sound is always good. But anyway, my bad. Let's keep going.
We
got Krokorok.
Get to safety.
Okay. All right. So as you can see there, it did do a little dark move, which is pretty cool. I don't know if anything popped up below. Oh, it actually did. I think there was a dark like circle around Krokorok before he actually used Bite or Crunch here. Actually, it actually says what move it actually used, which is interesting. It looks like when you get detected too, it looks like they got a little little eye thing that kind of shows you've been spotted and everything like that. And yeah, looks like, yeah, as they're saying, you can just run away from Pokemon if they try to attack you. I like that it's actually like trying to attack you as the player. I wonder if you faint like you did in Legends Arceus, like it's actually dangerous out here. I would love to see that. The Crunch didn't look like it went that far, so I'm willing to see what other moves actually go further out. Maybe like something that can shoot out at the trainer. Like that would be a little bit more dangerous. Let's see.
You sense trouble, get to safety.
Get to safety. Just walk away.
That live outside wild zones too.
Yep.
Some of them can even be found on rooftops.
Okay.
Okay,
so the whole rooftop mechanic, as I said, we already talked about how you can like glide across each building, everything like that. I seen that from the first trailer, which is pretty cool. Now the Pokemon that you see on the rooftops, I don't know if that's going to be the same interactions as you would with the wild areas. Like, is the rooftops considered another wild area? I'm not sure, but interesting.
Pokemon live easygoing lives in Lumio City. But when night falls, the city's aura transforms.
Oh snap, okay.
Highly skilled trainers are invited to participate in a tournament, the ZA Royale.
Okay,
Trainers
all right.
await in battle zones. If you're spotted, they'll challenge you to battle.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, so it looks like we have a little bit of a competitive scene here, which is awesome. Just the fact that you can, like, at nighttime, some things change, and, like, you basically get into these, like, you basically have to get into these battle areas and just start fighting is pretty cool. Looks like they brought the spotting feature back, so essentially you can, like, basically the trainers are going to be able to spot you, and when they spot you, you automatically have to fight them, which I do like, because I believe in Scarlet and Violet they had it to where you had to, like, literally go up to them and talk to them to actually fight them, which at first I was kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool, like we don't have to like forcefully have to fight every different trainer we come across, but at the same time it made the difficulty a lot easier, because I mean I don't have to fight anything, right? So like, but I like that they have you forcefully fighting these trainers if you're not sneaking around them, you know, or if you're not spotted, of course. I do like that feature, and then on top of that, they incentivize you actually fighting these trainers because you actually rank up. I don't know what exactly you get at the end of that, but hopefully they talk about it here. Vine Whip. Ooh, I like the fluent motion. I don't think I really talked about it. I like the fluent motion of how they're fighting. It's not like, I gotta wait for them to, pick a move and then I pick a move. It's not like, old school how they used to do it. They are making it a little bit more fluid. I like that.
Strike first before being seen, and you'll land a surprise attack.
Sneak attacks,
During
that's
battles,
pretty cool.
Using a super effective move at the right.
Oh, I don't. Okay. So soon as so if you time the move properly, you can dodge it. Like, it doesn't look like there's I don't know if is that I don't know. Is it like something you just need to know, like when that Pokemon uses that move, when it's gonna be effective? Like, if you use Dig at the wrong time, would the bubble still hit Diggersby? Or is it the fact that you use Dig, he will always avoid the bubbles? I'm actually curious about that. But if that's the case where like you specifically have to time properly when the move will hit your Pokemon specifically, that's a game changer. That's actually, like, it makes it a little bit more competitive. That's pretty cool.
Moment is key.
Using Dig, smack them out. Oh my goodness, Diggersby, let's go.
And with Mega Evolution,
We got Mega Alakazam, let's go.
Power up even more.
Classic Mega Alakazam.
You'll start at rank Z and work your way up to rank A.
Okay.
Trainers who reach the top are said to have a wish granted.
Okay, alright, so looks like you get a wish at the very end of the ranking system. I don't know, like, when you get to, like, basically when you get to A, you have to fight the strongest trainer at A, then get the wish. I don't know what the wish exactly is. Maybe it's like, hey, I want Arceus as a Pokemon, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want God as my Pokemon, or I don't know exactly what the wish would be, but hopefully it's a pretty cool one. That would be pretty dope to actually see that.
Day and night are two sides to Lumio City.
That was a pretty cool animation.
It seems there are
Is that
even more
Brave Bird?
secrets waiting to be uncovered. What
There's
will
Zygarde.
you find on your adventure? Pokemon Legends ZA launches on Nintendo Switch later this year.
Alright, so it looks like it says available late 2025, so not exactly sure when it'll be dropping. Probably somewhere towards Christmas. I said November in the beginning of this. It could be somewhere towards Christmas, but it is what it is. But that is Pokemon ZA. Like, looking at the trailer, the first trailer, I don't think really like did much for me. I mean, it was pretty cool to actually see, but the fact that they added the whole like competitive scene mechanic, and then like actually showing like the trainers actually like wanting to interact with you once they spot you and stuff like that, the sneaking mechanics, and just how to properly, like, you got to properly dodge the Pokemon's move before it hits you, stuff like that. It actually gave me a little bit more intrigue for sure in terms of playing the game. But I'm actually even thinking, you know, this is a Pokemon channel. I know this is a Pokemon Go channel. It actually even makes me think, like, do I even want to like stream this game like on the channel? It would be actually pretty dope to actually do. But trailer looks good, and the graphics actually look even better too. So definitely excited for sure of this game. But without further ado, we're going to get into the leaks. Definitely, if you do not want to know about I'm not going to show the images or anything like that. Literally just going to go through the list of all the megas that they're going to be essentially, you know, all the megas that are going to be in this game, because essentially these megas are going to be affecting Pokemon Go as well. So it can prepare you to, you know, max out a Pokemon Go Pokemon, essentially that could be very viable in a mega eventually in the future. So definitely, if you do not want to hear that, you can click off now. But if you do want to hear that, here we go. All right. So anyways, this is from Twitter, essentially from was it Pogo Central? Or not Pogo Central. That's another one. But Central Leaks. Central Leaks is where I'm getting this from. Where essentially you have, this is basically the final list of the Mega Evolutions. Where essentially there's 26. So basically, from what they've seen, there's 26 Mega Evolutions in Pokemon Legends ZA. And as I said, eventually, once it hits Pokemon ZA, we will eventually start to trickle down and get to Pokemon Go. So you will eventually be seeing these megas in Pokemon Go, but you know, as Pokemon Go does, they release them sparingly throughout the years, so we'll eventually see them, right? But anyway, let's go down the list. So Kanto, we're starting out with Kanto. We get a Mega Clefable, we get a Mega Starmie, we get a Mega Victory Bell, and we get a Mega Dragonite. Mega Dragonite is going to be freaking sick. Oh my god, I already got a hundo of a Mega Dragonite, of a Dragonite. So cannot wait to actually get a Mega Dragonite. That is definitely, out of the Kanto Pokemon that we just talked about there, Dragonite is my favorite for sure. Still want to see what the other ones would look like, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Johto, we got Mega Meganium, Mega Feraligatr, and a Mega Skarmory. So of course the starters are going to get their own megas for sure. Feraligatr getting a mega, dope, of course. Yeah, I can't wait to see what that mega looks like. Mega Skarmory is very interesting. Yeah, it's very interesting. I kind of want to see what that would look like. Steel and flying. I mean, maybe it has like even more wings, more wing attachments. That would be cool to actually see. I don't know how viable it will be in Pokemon Go, but hey, I mean, it could be viable potentially. We'll see. We got Sinnoh. We get with Mega Frostlass. Frostlass, one of my favorite snow ghost Pokemon. Ice ghost Pokemon. My bad. Ice ghost Pokemon. So really cool. Would love to see what that Mega looks like. Because its counterpart already has a Mega, so it's pretty cool that that's getting a Mega. Unova. We have Mega Emboar, Mega Scolipede, Mega Exadrill. That's going to be a monster, I can already tell. Mega Electros, Mega Scrafty, and Mega Chandelure. Mega Chandelure. Let's go. Okay, Chandelure. Super excited for that. For sure. Exadrill, I know it's going to be a monster based off the typing. You know, Steel, Ground. That's going to be sick. We already know Emboar is part of the starters, of course. That one's going to get also a Mega. But yeah, for sure. Chandelure and Exadrill, man. Ah, man, that's going to be awesome. We got Kalos. We got Mega Chestnut, Mega Delphox, Mega Greninja, Mega Pyroar. Okay, so technically looks like we are going to be able to see other starters as well. So, you know, you got Chestnut, Greninja. There looks like there are going to be other starters within the actual the new Pokemon game as well. So, but Mega Greninja, that's gonna be insane. Okay, I mean, just even if it's not viable, like I can only imagine how cool that's gonna look. Oh my god. But yeah, Mega Chestnut, Delphox, Greninja, Pyroar. We got Mega Malamar. That's going to be interesting. Mega Barnacle, Mega Dragalge, Mega Hawlucha. I can only imagine what Hawlucha's going to look like. Oh my goodness. Mega Eternal Flower Floette. So that is apparently AZ's flower. Essentially, AZ is like it's like a main character within the actual I literally forgot which region this one is. specifically, but it's a major character within one of the regions here that's going to be in Pokemon ZA, and one of his Floette is essentially it's a legendary Floette, but apparently it's going to also get a Mega, which hopefully we're going to be able to use that Mega. I don't know. Maybe it's just going to be his. I don't know. But we got Mega Zygarde. That's going to be a monster. I can only imagine. Zygarde is already freaking OP within Pokemon Go in itself, so Mega Zygarde, I can only imagine. And then, of course, looks like we got Alola. We got an Alolan one. We got Mega Drampa. Would love to see that. Drampa doesn't really have that much viability within Pokemon Go, so would love to see Drampa actually have somewhat of a viability, whether that be just to get more candy gains for normal and dragon type, or you know, just of course to use within the battle space, the raid space. So that would be awesome. Then also we got Galar with the Mega Phalanx, which there's like multiple Phalanx just walking in a straight line. So I'm curious what that Mega is even going to look like, but I don't think it's going to be that viable. But gotta have some goofy ones in there regardless. Anyway, but yeah, that is it. That is the Mega list. Apparently, there's leaked of 26 megas that's going to be in the Pokemon ZA. I would take it with somewhat of a grain of salt, but a lot of people have been talking about these leaks, and apparently this is a pretty viable leak of all the new megas coming to Pokemon and then eventually Pokemon Go. But anyway, that is it. That is the end of the video. I did not want this video to be any longer than what it was, but yes, we got to see the new Pokemon Legends ZA. Let me know if you guys want me to actually play that on the channel. Would love to actually play it for you guys and actually like show you guys all the decisions I make when playing this game. Love to see all the, you know, whether it be new Pokemon or new evolutions that are going to be going down in the game. That would be awesome. And then as you've seen the list, of course, so you can actually get prepared in Pokemon Go if you have any of these Pokemon. Or if you don't have any of these Pokemon that have like a really good IV, definitely a good time to actually look for a Hundo IV of any one of these Pokemon. So you, when it comes to the Mega, you are already prepared. You can Mega Evolve it, and it's already good to go and maxed out and everything like that. But anyway, that is it. That is the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, definitely leave me a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace out.